Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. In case you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe for updates. Axis of the eye. So there are mainly three axes. First one, we are looking at the optic axis. So this optic axis is the line which passes through there are few dots we need to connect. So first is the center of the cornea. So optic axis, it is the center of the cornea plus the center of the lens. So the center of the cornea, center of the lens. This is the optic axis. So when optic word is present, we include the cornea and the lens. So center of the cornea, center of the lens. And next is, it meets up with the retina on the nasal side of the fovea plus the retina. So this retina is present on the nasal side. So retina on the nasal side of the fovea. So this is on the nasal side and this will be of the fovea. So this is nothing but the optic axis. Next we move on to something known as the visual axis. So here in the visual axis, it's a line joining the fixation point. So the FP, fixation point, is nothing but the place where the object is present. So visual, so what are you visualizing? You're visualizing the object, right? So it starts with the object, that is the fixation point. Next will be the nodal point. So what is the nodal point? It is nothing but the center of the lens. So the center of the lens, we also had it in the optic axis. So the center of lens. So the center of lens is aka the nodal point. So you have the fixation of the object, fixation point, that is the object, then the nodal point, that's the center of the lens, and there is also presence of the fovea. Next is the fovea. So this is the visual axis. Next is, we move on to the fixation axis. So fixation axis is the line joining the fixation point. So the FP and the center of rotation. So fix at the center of rotation. Now let's look at the angles of the eye. So here in angles of the eye, first is the pupillary axis. So we have different, that is the visual axis, line of sight, and the fixation axis. So under the visual axis, it is the kappa. So angle is kappa. Then in terms of the line of sight, this is going to be lambda. Now, when you look at the optic axis and the visual axis, the angle formed here is so optic axis plus the visual axis. The angle formed here is nothing but the alpha. Next, the optic axis with the fixation axis. So optic axis plus the fixation axis, this is nothing but the gamma angle is formed. To learn and grow daily like this, please do subscribe.